The Earth people who can think are so frightened by those who cannot. The dead. The dead.
Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Viral Venom. Tonight we're joined by two very special guests. I got a little bit winded there. All right, but before we can bring them out, we have to give a special thank you to Michael Claude Thomas and the B-Movie Monsters for allowing us to use their song Plan 9 in the intro video.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Michael Claude Thomas.
The B-Movie Monsters are available on streaming platforms all across the Monsterverse. Go download their newest album today and tell them we sent you.
Yeah, Michael Claude Thomas has also created the theme song for Killer Pizza.
And
did you know that?
I did know that. The song is called Revenge. You might be able to find it on my Facebook profile. You might be able to find it on YouTube. But you know what else he did?
You might be able to find it on streaming platforms all across the Monsterverse.
That's right. You can get the Killer Pizza theme song available on streaming platforms all across the Monsterverse. You know what else he did? He made a song for a brand new web series called Hound Bites with Mary Kate.
That's right.
He did? Is it the theme song or what is it?
It's going to be part of the intro song, and it's the outro song.
The outro song. It's very cool. I like it. I can't wait for all of you to hear it. Right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Hound Bites with Mary Kate is live and in demand on Indiegogo today. You can get all kinds of cool perks if you donate to the campaign. We use that money to create the show. We have perks such as joining the cast, acting opportunities, official producer credits. You get your book in the show, get an entire episode based on your movie. And what else? What else we have? Hats. Oh, the brand new merchandise. The brand new merchandise is now, we have it now. So if you guys ordered a shirt or a hat, that's going to be shipped out very soon. If you ordered the old design, you'll automatically get the brand new, updated, better version of that. Look forward to that. I want my shirt right now. Where's my shirt?
You want your shirt right now?
I want it right now.
Yeah, the new design is pretty cool. Actually, I sat there and I made sure that I put as many as the cast members as I could.
It is pretty cool. I like it. What else do we have? We have Friday the 13th Blood Loss is being released on Friday, June 13th. How cool is that?
I didn't know that. It's
starring Christian Bester from Law and Order, Ari Lehman, aka the original Jason Voorhees, and even Beatrice Buckley, who was Pamela. Well, she was Amanda Kruger, Freddy Krueger's mom in the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. She's Pamela Voorhees in our movie Friday the 13th Blood Loss, and Madam Midnight in Hound Bites with Mary Kate.
Yeah, Madam Midnight, Mother of Horror.
Yeah.
I even made her a song.
We'll have all new announcements for the other shows coming up soon. But today we want to keep the attention on this brand new series. Let's see. Lucas Baker says, Bangor, Maine supports you to 100%. Thank you, Bangor, Maine.
Thank you.
And Kurt Douglas says, hi, guys. Hello, Kurt. We saw Kurt. We saw him at the mall. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a month ago.
Hello, Kurt. It was a little while ago. Oh my God! Look who it is, Tam Taylor. Tam Taylor's been on this show with us before.
She said yo yo yo.
She said yo yo yo.
She probably didn't say it like that.
Yo Tam. I almost called her Taylor. Hello, Tam. All right. So without further ado, we don't want to keep our special guest waiting in the wings. Lucas says, "That's awesome, Mary Kate's amazing." Mary Kate is amazing. We enjoy working with
Mary-Kate is amazing.
Mary-Kate and all of the cast members from Horror Hound Bites with Mary-Kate. And we want some you guys to get to know some of them here tonight. If you don't already, yes. I'm sure you guys do, but if you don't, you're in for a good time. Without further ado, I don't want to keep them waiting too long. We have, believe it or not, Mark Brubaker from HBO's The Gilded Age. He was in Friday the 13th Blood Loss. He had a major role in that. He's got a real cool one coming up for Killer Pizza.
Yeah, he has. It's a pretty big role for Killer Pizza as well.
Now, are we allowed to say anything about his Boredom and Bloodshed role?
Boredom and Bloodshed?
Yeah, Mark and Boredom and Bloodshed.
Okay.
You guessed?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, we won't talk about that one then. Without further ado, what are the greatest...
The Killer Pizza role.
Okay, tell him. Go ahead, tell him. I was going to bring him out, but we'll make him wait. Go ahead.
We'll bring him out and let him talk about it.
All right. What are the coolest guys of all time? Let's bring him out. It's Mark Brubaker.
Hey, one of the coolest guys ever.
I kept telling Mandee you would be here tonight, but she didn't believe me. She's like, "No, Mark's big time. He's not gonna be." I'm like, "No, listen.
Yeah,
I talked to him. He said he was gonna be here, and then here you are. How cool is that?" And you know what else we didn't mention? He's also Nosferatu.
Yeah,
Nosferatu a couple times.
I have. Yeah. The other thing is, I'm working on a international picture. I'm going to be shooting in England at the beginning of May, called The Beast in the Manor, which is a horror film by Chris Sanders, the guy's name. He wrote it and he's directing it. So.
Cool. Yeah, I know Chris. I know who that is. Chris Sanders. He made Demons at Dawn in the Haunted Studio, and
I don't know who it is. I'm sorry.
I have a credit on Demons at Dawn. Yeah. He made Did he make Werewolf Cabal? I
don't know.
I might have that one wrong. One of the werewolf movies he made.
But he must have seen, I think, my reel that you did for me that I have up on the IMDb page, because he messaged me out of the blue and said, "Hey, I got this movie and blah 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 blah. Hey, mate, cool. We'll come over here, and that kind of stuff." And I was like, "Okay." He said, "Well, I can offer because it's all British except for me. I'm the only Yank in it." And so he said, "I can offer you of course, the con man, the American con man." He said, "I can offer you the lead," and I think he said executive producer on the thing. So
that's
very cool.
We'll try it. We'll see what happens. It's a way for me to get known, some internationally. So we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. He was always nice to me. Completes his films and everything. He's a good guy.
He's got a good track record for sure. Yeah.
So we have Mark Brubaker here, who's going to be the Shadow in Horror Hound Bites with Mary-Kate. And we want to talk to you all about Horror Hound Bites with Mary-Kate. But before we do, we have one of your fellow cast members waiting in the wings. I don't want to make it wait too long. Okay. So we're going to, wait a minute. We got some comments here. Hang on a second. What's up, peeps? You guys are awesome. Keep rocking and rolling. Thank you, Lance. We appreciate it. Thank you. Billy Baxter, how are you guys doing? That's Billy Baxter from the Movie Dogs.
No, it's not.
Oh, cool. I like he has a podcast. I actually enjoy going on. Yeah, he's a fun guy. I like it. Nice. Lucas says Mark is a legend.
In my own mind.
Yeah, I love working with Mark. He's a lot of fun. And then we have Tam Taylor's.
Yep, same goes here, man.
Tam Taylor says, "Wait, why isn't Mark getting a PG warning?" So when Tam Taylor was on the show, we warned everybody up front. We said, look, just so you know, it's going to be immature.
Advisory.
Yeah, really.
All right.
Well, the little bit of stand up that I did not work clean, so I see where she's coming from.
Let's see. We have Colin Fuel. How goes party people? Colin Fuel from
nice.
Friday the 13th Blood Loss. He's in that one. He's Brandon in Killer Pizza. And he's Conrad the Gorilla in Horror Hound Bites with Mary-Kate.
Yeah, he's going to be playing a stand-up comedian.
Is that what he is? All right. So without further ado, we have another talented actor here with us tonight. We want to bring him out. I don't want to keep him waiting. Want to get you guys on the screen together for the first time. He's been in films such as Desert Fiends, A Hard Place, or he's got credits on these movies. Yeah. He's a producer actor. Night of the Dead Sorority Babes, Slasher Nurse. Looks like Reckless, Grotesque 2, Bring Me a Skin for Dancing In. He's attached to films such as Alien Horde from Mahal Empire, Bikers versus Werewolves, where he had a role in that, Skate to Hell, Alien Storm, and a ton of other ones. We're going to bring him out and talk to him all about that stuff. Without further ado, here he is, Jeremy Hirsch. How cool is that? I told you
you'd be on the show, but you didn't believe me.
No, I told you. I was
Hey guys, I'm just wondering why I'm not the coolest guy ever.
Yeah,
Mark the coolest guy ever.
I know.
I mean, come on.
Hey, Mark, can you still hear us?
Yeah.
Cover your ears for a minute. It's the coolest guy ever. It's Jeremy Hirsch.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark, you're here.
Really cool. What's up?
All right. So, as you can see by the names that they've selected, Mark is going to be the Shadow in Horror Hound Bites with Mary Kate. Talk about that in a second.
I thought you were going to say. I thought you said Mark is going to beat the shit out of someone.
No, that's not what I was going to say. Jeremy is Lucifer the cat in Horror Hound Bites.
Yeah, he's going to be Lucifer.
So we're going to talk to them about that. But first, we have to ask each of them a very important question. As we all know, Nancy Ann Ritter has joined the cast of Killer Pizza. Nancy Ann was from the original Scream movie. She was one of the bathroom girls. So
Mark before.
We have to ask Mark a very special question.
Yeah. Again?
You got to ask him. All right.
What's your favorite scary movie?
See, I'm old. I'm an old guy. I still go back to like a lot of the Hammer stuff from the 50s. You know, Horror of Dracula, Son of Dracula, that kind of stuff. But even the newer stuff. I mean, I like Scream, and I like the newer stuff like Key and Peele, Get Out.
Yeah.
I love that, you know, things and all psychological stuff, like even Hitchcock. I'm more like, hey, I heard somebody scream in the other room, and it's more horrible to me because my mind will make up stuff that I can't see. That you
I don't think you've seen Get Out.
I've seen it.
It's good. It's a good movie. Yeah, it's good. And you know, psychological thriller. But yeah.
So if you had to pick one, do you think you could pick one?
Well, when I was a kid.
Or two?
Yeah, one or two. When I was a kid, I used to I'd go to the movie theater every Saturday, and it was cheap enough where you'd pay $0.25 and you could still see a double feature. And The Werewolf, or actually Wolfman. Sorry.
Okay.
I remember seeing Wolfman.
He told us his age.
Have you seen the new Wolfman movie yet?
I have not. No, I'm sure it's good, but I haven't seen it.
I wonder how you'd.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, I don't know. I should see it because I like Werewolf of London. You know, it was again. You know.
The new Werewolf one. Wolfman.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it too much.
You didn't like it. But I was a big Christopher Lee fan also, and so you know any of the, you know, I mean he used to. I'll play Van Helsing this time, and you play, you know, Dracula next time, you know, with Peter Cushing and all that. And they were very good friends, super good friends. So, yeah.
All right. And then we're going to move to our other friend, Jeremy. Jeremy, what's your favorite scary movie?
So I don't know if I'm as old as Mark.
No, I'm sure you're not.
But no, but you know, I'm also pretty old. I grew up watching the Vincent Price movies.
Yes. I love Vinny.
And like you said, Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, those guys were just absolutely amazing. So just about anything I'd say with Vincent Price, if I really had to pick like a favorite movie, other than something I've been in, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I'd say the original Omen.
Oh yeah,
That's a great
one.
That is a good
scary.
One.
Like it's the psychological horror of it.
Exactly.
And the terror there that gets you. I just love that movie.
Yeah.
Those are good answers. What do you think?
They were good answers.
Those are good answers. All right. So, Mark is the Shadow. What does that mean? is the Shadow in Horror Hound Bites?
He doesn't like to talk about it.
He doesn't like to talk about it?
No, we're not talking about it.
His character is based off of a legendary monster hunter, but he gets tricked into getting his form stripped of him, and he doesn't speak of who he was in his past life, basically. He's the Shadow now, and that's who he tells everybody that's who he is. But he's very knowledgeable. The character is kind of our trivia buff throughout the episodes. So he's the one that will bring up everything about like the films and stuff like that, and will give you actual factual facts.
Yeah.
Although Lucifer will correct him at times and tell him that's not really how it goes.
Shut up. Yeah.
I'm the smart one.
That's right. You're really the smart guy.
And the Shadow has a fan in the comments section.
Really?
Tam Taylor says the Shadow sounds sexy.
Wow, you must. You need glasses or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, she said until you said trivia buff.
Oh, okay, there we go.
Damn, you.
Of course, he's making jokes.
Wah, wah.
Yeah, really.
So that's pretty cool. So Mark is voicing the Shadow. He was a famous monster hunter that is now cursed, right?
Yes.
And he
Because
kind
he
of
gets
gives.
tricked into it by. Should I say it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's save it.
It's gonna say, don't give too much away.
Yeah, let's not give too much away.
I kind of wanted
he
to know.
gets
I don't
tricked
know.
into it.
But yeah, tell us what's going on.
Don't do what I did for Friday the 13th and say, oh yeah, here's the
Oh yeah.
here's the
You
ending.
almost did it again.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I remember that.
So the cool
Yes,
thing
I
about the new
vividly
T-shirt design is that both of them are actually on the shirt.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, the Shadow's in the background. He's hiding in the background.
Yeah, I sent a zoomed in thing for Mark. I don't know if you've seen it, Mark. You've seen
Yes,
it,
I
right?
did. Yeah, I did.
Yes, I
He's
put
there.
I put some
He's
Easter
hiding a
eggs
little
on
bit,
it,
but
so
he's
you'll
there.
see the Shadow standing next to the house on our new design.
Yeah, and then Lucifer the cat's there.
Yes, he's there next to
Nice.
Beatrice.
Okay, so Jeremy is Lucifer the cat. What can you tell us about Lucifer the cat?
Lucifer the cat is a very old soul that people aren't going to realize at first. I'll give that away because he's going to give it away in the first episode, which is really exciting. So he's a house cat. That he's going to sit there and give away little hints that, like I said, like he'll correct the Shadow at times, but it's only like if the Shadow were to say something about like how the Tower of Pisa was made or something,
Right.
Lucifer would be like, oh, no, I know who actually did that.
No, okay.
Type of thing.
Very,
That's not how it really is.
very cool.
Because he'll be like, I was there.
Just don't distract me with shiny thing. What?
Yeah. Squirrel.
So Jeremy, what about Lucifer the cat is exciting for you, or what do you plan on bringing to Lucifer the cat here?
You'll just have to see. No, I think personality, little sarcasm, some know-it-all type attitude. It's going to be fun. I'm actually really looking forward to it.
Awesome. So is this the first time that you've done a voice for a character?
It is, yes. I'm really excited about that.
That's cool.
I've done lots of other acting roles and stuff like that, and actually, Mark, to go back to what you were saying before, I've actually done some like remote roles for Chris Sanders for
really?
for his films. Yeah, and he's always been great and everything. And you're right, he says he's always using mate and everything in all his.
He does, yeah. He says, "I'll send you the script, mate." It's like
Exactly.
Okay, whatever.
So, so I've done things like that, but I've actually always wanted to do voiceover stuff. I've always thought it'd be really fun, and it's a cool aspect of the business. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Awesome.
Cool.
I didn't know if you wanted to go over some of the bio for Lucifer the cat.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, you know more about it than I do.
Okay. So with Lucifer the Cat, Mary Kate, and Rufus, definitely. Rufus will pick up on it the most, and your character actually calls him out on the little remarks that he'll make and everything. So it's Lucifer the Cat isn't just a cat. He's Lucifer, the Prince of Darkness. And I wrote on here with his bio that it says that he who has taken up residence as a seemingly normal house cat. Why rule the underworld when he can bask in a sunbeam, have humans cater to his every need, and occasionally flex his vast knowledge of horror and supernatural?
Okay.
Sounds perfect, right?
Yeah.
So
Just
that
like
was the only spoiler that I'm going to give everybody.
That is a big spoiler.
No, there's more.
Okay. Very cool. So super excited to work with Jeremy. And he's going to be in, he'll be featured in every episode, right?
Yes,
Lucifer?
he's going to be in every episode.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
The same with Mark.
Yeah.
Same with Mark? Oh,
Yeah.
The Shadow, yeah. Losing my voice now. Yeah, I'm super excited
Mark
to
will
see
be scared. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
every episode. So, Hound Bites with Mary Kate's an original web series. All of the roles are filmed remotely. So each of us get to film at home, and then we put all the footage together to create the show. It's a horror host review show, so kind of like Elvira, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like Elvira. It'll have that same campy feel to it and everything, like parts of humor and everything. Just not as flirty, as I would say.
It's family friendly
More
show.
family friendly.
I call it.
We're gonna have children on it as well that are going to be taking part in it. Ghosts, voices, and it's going to be really fun. The first episode with one of our characters, Monster Max, played by Nolan Anderson. How old is Nolan?
I don't know.
I think
He's
Nolan's
about
10. Nolan's
10, I think.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Nolan's 10. So it's like, this is a show that's for everyone, and we wanted to keep it that way.
Yeah, so I call it transitional horror. It's almost like the Addams Family, Goosebumps, Halloween Town, Casper.
Yeah.
It's kind of a family-friendly horror theme, but no nudity, no hardcore violence or anything like that. So it's something that people can
just the movies that we're promoting.
it's something that people can get into with their kids, and so we have. Like she said, Nolan, his dad built a custom set at home for him, so he could film all of his scenes there.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Everyone's kind of attacking it from different directions.
Different way.
They're doing, all these elaborate costumes and things. So it's pretty cool to see everything coming together.
Yeah, it's been super exciting, especially with the amount of people that have signed on to the project. We have approximately 37 cast members at this time.
It's good.
And just to see everybody's viewpoint and their angle, because I love to see that first. I want to see what you have that you want to bring to your character first.
Sure.
And so far, it's like everybody's had a wonderful take on it, and I couldn't be happier.
Carlos says it's an awesome show. Thank you so much, Carlos. So, Hound Bites with Mary Kate is a web series. We're currently scheduled to do 12 episodes total. The first 2 are being filmed this month, but if the viewers watching want to get involved, they can still sign up to be a part of the show in one way or another through the Indiegogo campaign. There's still 10 more episodes that they can get involved in, right?
Yeah, there's still 10 more episodes. If they sign up right now, they can be part of episode 2. Just
okay.
Sign up.
So potentially 11 more episodes.
It's going to be so much fun. Seriously.
Join us.
And it's perfect for anybody that's just starting out, or for people that want to add to their resumes. Like
There's
I said,
people that want to act that can't travel, and this is a
there-
perfect way to do it.
yeah. So with the other campaigns that we had, we weren't able to offer large voice acting roles, but for
Voice
somebody
acting
that
or
wants,
remote roles either.
yeah. So if somebody wants a large voice role or remote acting role, this is the perfect campaign. We were not able to offer the exact same things for Killer Pizza and Boredom and Bloodshed because of the nature of the shows. We had worked with Mark Brubaker in the past on other projects, so we wanted to get him attached to this. Jeremy Hirsch, we knew was a super talented actor from these other movies that he had done, so we wanted to get him attached to this. And
even Michael Mahal said that Jeremy was
a
great addition to our cast.
So Jeremy, you were in Alien Storm, right? And Alien Horde?
Alien Storm and Alien Horde, yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then Bikers versus Werewolves. And I know somebody put something in the chat about Bikers versus Werewolves, and I'll just say that I have seen an early cut of it, and it's really good.
So where did they film Bikers versus Werewolves?
In Nevada, about 45 minutes or so, maybe an hour south of Las Vegas, in the absolute middle of nowhere, to the point where like you didn't get cell reception. There were literal like coyotes out. You saw them out in the desert there watching us filming and stuff. Great location, absolutely fantastic.
Did the Mahals direct that one, or did they just produce it? Or
produce it?
Okay.
Yeah, they just do the producing and get other people in there to direct.
That's
cool.
That's what that Chris Sanders. He asked me if I was in any of it. I said no. I know them, but I've not been in any of their works. No, he knows them real well. Yeah.
Awesome. So who did you play in Bikers versus Werewolves?
Oh, what is my character? My character is, I think, Russell is his name. Let's see, do I want to give anything away? So it's obviously there's a biker group and there's werewolves, but the werewolves are also bikers.
Oh, cool.
Say that. So you'll have to watch the movie to see which one I am.
Okay. That sounds pretty cool. And then Alien Horde and Alien Storm. Which one was the new one? Was that Alien Horde?
So Alien Horde was just filmed last fall. Yes.
Right.
Out in Los Angeles. And
Can you tell us anything about that without upsetting anybody?
Yeah. No, so Alien Horde is they're aliens. Mm-hmm. And there's basically an intergalactic assembly of people, of humans, of aliens, and so forth, fighting against these bad aliens. And I am Senator Toma, I think is my character's name. I'm a member of there's like an intergalactic Senate that's helping to make decisions on things. It was actually very cool. We were dressed basically like samurais.
Oh, cool.
So it was very cool outfits for that.
Awesome. And it looks like that was directed by Brandon Slagle.
Yes.
Okay. And then you have a lot of familiar faces here in the cast. Nicole Butler, who we had on the last episode.
Yep.
Rudy Ledbetter, who's in Friday the 13th Blood Loss.
Yeah.
Rudy is in everything.
Yeah, he's in every movie.
Rudy's amazing.
Yeah.
He's
Robert
just a huge
Luzardo and Sean C. Phillips. And yeah, Rudy's awesome. He's very supportive. He pops
Very
up everywhere.
Yep. He's a huge supporter of indie film.
So speaking of Nicole Butler and Sean C. Phillips, we also Tasha Walker Carroll was in Alien Horde. She'll be on with us next week to promote Horror Hound Bites with Mary Kate, and we'll get to talk to her about her character. But okay, so we had Nicole Butler and Sean C. Phillips. Did you were in Desert Fiends, right?
I did a remote role for Desert Fiends. I was a newscaster in that.
Okay, cool.
That's cool.
Well, so what was that like? Have you seen the movie?
I have not yet. I think it just came out.
We saw it.
Yeah,
We
we saw it last week.
Yeah,
cool.
we're doing our research. Yeah, we had it on the projector for a fun movie night. Congratulations to those guys for all the success that they're having on Desert Fiends 2. It's super cool.
Yep. Yeah, I know a lot of people are just out there filming that.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of the Horror Hound Bites people, I think, kind of did both Desert Fiends, and then they're helping us out.
Yeah, our lead actress, our horror hostess, Mary Kate, was out there filming.
Yeah, Mary Kate was out there. Bobby Butler was out there.
Yeah, Bobby Butler was.
Lisa Kinser was out there. They'll all be on the show in the coming weeks. weeks too, so that'll be
Cool.
cool to catch up with them.
Nice.
All right, so very cool. If Jeremy Hirsch had a dream role, what would your dream role be? Is there a certain genre or a character you'd really
you have
like
to
to
say
play?
it in your voice of Lucifer.
Do I want to reveal to people who the Lucifer
I'm not
is?
No.
No, that was a joke.
So I grew up watching, the old school horror movies, but I also grew up watching Westerns.
Yeah.
And I would love to do a Western at some point. That would just be so much fun. I know there's not a lot of Westerns being made anymore, unfortunately. Although the Mahals did Night of the Tommyknockers.
Mhm.
That was before I got involved with them, which is a good Western horror movie. But I would love to do. It doesn't even have to be horror. I don't care what it is.
Right. Who cares?
It could just be an old school Western movie. I would love to do that. That would be fun.
It would be.
Very cool.
I like those movies.
I don't think anyone said that yet.
What?
I don't think anyone has said that yet.
Yeah, nobody said anything like that yet.
Yeah.
Mark Brubaker, if you had a dream role, what would your dream role be?
I would say Count Dracula, something like that. But maybe I almost missed say kind of like what Jeremy's saying too, that maybe I don't know, maybe Western, Western. It doesn't have to be horror. I don't know. Really, it's you're right. They don't do much of that stuff anymore, and I don't really know why. I guess it kind of fell out of favor. But I grew up watching the same thing. I grew up watching The Lone Ranger, and almost anything Western. I have relatives in West Texas, having gone to visit them. We did horseback riding, and it was I don't know. But I like science fiction. Space. That would be kind of cool. To do like a Star Trek-y kind of movie where I would be the alien. That would be a lot of fun. Horror alien. Cool. Yeah.
Awesome. So you kind of got close to Dracula. You did Nosferatu a couple times.
I did, yeah, and because I speak some German, and so I would scare them, and people would come up to me and they would speak German, and think, "I got you," It's like, "No, you don't have me. I got you." And besides, a lot of times kids would do that to you. Like they'd come up, and because I was in costume, and they were like, "Hey, can I touch your ears?" No, you cannot touch my ears. I'll eat you. Can I bite your neck? If you touch my ears, I get to bite you.
So you have to refresh me here. So you did it a couple times, right? So the one time you did it was it like a horror haunt kind of thing?
Yeah, that's how I started. That's how I
and
started doing it. Yeah.
But then that led to you doing it for like a TV show at one point, right?
Well, not a TV show, just local stuff. It was like,
okay.
Yeah, it was like the equivalent of community theater. I do a lot of community theater.
Oh, right. Okay.
So, but because I'm doing one. I actually just got tagged to do a play now, starting in June. Rehearsal start in June. So yeah, and I just did the Mousetrap and Mr. Parvicini and Mr. Italian Parvicini and the Mouse. That's an Agatha Christie murder mystery. That it's like the longest running play. It's still running on West End London. It's run from like 1952 through now. They only stopped for maybe a month or two during the pandemic. So it's and that's been on Broadway. I wish I could have done it on Broadway, but
I feel like I saw that in London like 100 years ago when I was there.
Well, it's like I said, 70 years. It's over 70 years running. As a matter of fact, I think she had it in her will that you couldn't, because most of the Agatha Christie stuff has been done on a film or TV or whatever. That hasn't been, because she had it in her will that you couldn't film anything that she did until the play stopped running, which this hasn't. So yeah, so it's kind of fresh, because it's a murder mystery. You can't tell who did it. You really can't tell till like the last scene who did it, which is kind of cool.
So staying on the theater stuff, you've done Scrooge. Do
you
plan on doing that again this year?
If they had it, I would do it, because I did that in an immersive theater experience, which means the audience is around you. You don't have a proscenium and a stage where the audience is separated from you. And that was really a lot of fun. You could actually go up and touch people, and say, whatever, what is this Christmas Carol nonsense? That kind of stuff that you could, and people liked it. They really did. They liked it a lot. And they're doing more of it down in New York City. They had a couple productions of different things, more like world. They had people come up on stage. They actually had the audience come up on stage, but then the people from the cast went down in the audience and performed. It's totally different.
Immersive.
Yeah,
I like that.
It is. It's really cool. I would definitely do more of them, and I would do Scrooge again in a heartbeat, because I got to play the awful Scrooge, the reformed Scrooge. We did a little vignette where I was scared by Marley, and then I did the, hey, God bless you, Bob Cratchit and Tiny Tim, you get to rub his head and all this stuff. So, yeah, it's fun. I mean, it keeps you active. The stage is different, as you probably know. That I'm sure.
I've got tremendous respect for people who do things, in the theater, on the stage. There's no, there's no second takes or third takes, or if you mess up, you just got to keep it going. Or
whatever. And you have to. Yes, that's true. You have to rely on the other, as you do even in film. I mean, you know that, Jeremy, probably. There are, and as a matter of fact, a lot of times the mistakes make it, because you don't exactly have that. You want to get the lines right, but sometimes you just, hey, I'm getting older, so I mess up, but I've done that for people, and I've had that done for me, where you'll say, oh, and you discuss it after. It was like, man, I really messed up, and it's like, but as long as the audience doesn't know, it's fine, and you keep the theme going, and you get used to those kind of little mistakes, and people kind of like them. I don't know. It kind of makes it, but you're right. There's no do-overs. That's kind of what I don't like, because I like film, and I believe, like, even when I did stand-up, I would have someone. We always, like, a group of us would go, and you'd film everyone, because the guy who taught me comedy, who was a writer, he was a writer for Jay Leno and David Letterman, and he knows everybody, from Eddie Murphy on down. And he said, you don't know how good you are until you've seen how bad you were. And believe me, I've been bad. I going up and bombed, and, people just look at you like, what the hell are you trying to tell me? It certainly isn't funny, or they'll heckle you. And it's like, yeah, you got me. So I do so many voices. And so if I get stuck in a place, I would just do my best luck. Thank you very much. And then get off the stage.
Have you seen Saturday Night?
No, I have not either. I haven't had a whole heck of a lot of time.
Saturday
I'm
Night.
sure it is. Yeah, I'm sure it's good. Yeah, I'm sure it's good.
So you spent a while working on HBO's The Gilded Age. Are you allowed to give us an update about that?
Well, you know what? I actually got to talk to the director, Michael Engler. He's really an amazingly nice person. But I had no lines. That was background stuff. I just have that look like I belong in that age. Maybe I should have been born in the 1890s or something. But I've done all 3 seasons, and that was started during the pandemic. I had put in for it because they film a lot of it locally in Troy, in New York here, and also down in the city. They have a set that's just, cardboardy, made up stuff for the old houses and stuff that they can't find in New York City. But yeah, that started during the pandemic, and I had put in for it, and then they shut it down. And then I think I got a text or something one day. I didn't even know who it was from. And it was from the casting from HBO. And they said, like, hey, are you still interested? And I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, oh, well, yeah, and we know you put in for this, and we shut the production down. Are you still want to do it? So I said, yeah. And they had me come down. So I got to kind of know Michael Engler, who is the director. He's done like Sex and the City. He's done a whole bunch of TV over the years, and movies and things like that. And so on the 3rd season, we were shooting down in one of the churches in Albany, and it got to be really hot. It's August and hot. Everybody's dying. Even some of the principals are outside, like, watering themselves because it's like 95 degrees, and everybody's in wool suits, and the church isn't air conditioned, So I go, and of course everybody takes a break. I had to go to the bathroom, which everybody does. And they're all no zippers. Everything's a button-up fly, a button-up coat, a button-up this, a button-up that, and
Very authentic.
oh, it is. That Julian Fellows is like super specific. Like it's got to look right. So there I go to the bathroom, and who's in front of me is Michael Engler, and he turns to me and he says, "This is your third season with us, isn't it?" And I looked at him, I was like, "How the hell do you know who I am?" And he goes, "Like, you got some good screen time today, didn't you?" I did a scene with, I think Nathan Lane and Carrie Coon in the church. Of course, I can't speak. They speak to you. That's some of the principles in the Gilded Age. And it was just kind of cool to be recognized by him. So it's like somehow I must have made an impression.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was awfully nice of him. But he gets stuff done, but he's still like really nice. And I've worked, as you probably have, all of you, everybody has. I mean, work for people that just yell at you, shut up, get over there, and they swear at you and things like that. And because they don't, you're just an actor, but not with him. The entire crew, they go around like they're singing, whistling, and in between takes, they're just really nice. So it's been a privilege to work with them. I told them, I said, look, I work, wherever. I mean, they took us down to Philadelphia for season 2. We filmed at the Academy of Music. And I guess for background, I'd say a minute or two of good screen time for a background actor. That's a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I told them, hey, anytime they're doing season 4, I'll be there. I don't care if I'm working on something else. I'll try to make time for it. So
yeah, there's definitely differences between when you do plenty of movies between directors and how they work and and what they want from you and so forth and
yep.
You learn who you or not just who, but the types of directors that you like to work with and the types that you're like. It's not that it's bad, it's just you
just don't. There's no compatibility there, or they're just like different. Yep, you're just doing a job and they're ordering you around. Well, yeah, they had some ADs on the Gilded Age that weren't there on season 3 because you could just tell they would just badger. They're even the principals, some of and then you're yelling at them, and it's like you're not going to get, you'll get a job done, but you're not going to get somebody that's going to give a crap after a while, So yeah, and that's the first thing I asked Chris Sanders when he looked me up. I said, "So what kind of style? Like, how do you do what you do? What do you expect of me?" And his answer was really simple. He goes, "I just like to get people together and see how you interact with each other and really see what you could create." And I was like, "Oh, I love that."
That's great.
God. That it's not rigid, because you see so many people that have like, you got to do it this way. And there's not one way, as you know, if you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, you just got to get it flowing and see how it works.
And you work with the cast, and it's like you get a flow going, and like, okay, you do this, let's try it this way, and yeah, that's what really makes something. So that's why I like these guys. Like, I'll just say it, Mandee and Anthony. I mean, even on that Friday the 13th, you kind of like, well, okay, we'll try this. Okay, well, let's look at it that way. You'd shoot it from a different angle, or we'll look at this. Okay, let's cut this out, or whatever. You're not there to say this is exactly, what you want, but how to get there. Sometimes it's and I appreciate that. That's why I keep working with you. Really, it's you're super easy and nice, but you also know what you're doing. You have to have that competence, but you also can't be a dictator. I mean, you just can't. I wouldn't do it.
We had a lot of fun joking around and hanging out and stuff.
You do.
That makes it a lot easier. So.
Oh my God, hell yeah! Oh my God, yeah. So yeah. You can't put a price on that. I don't care, and it's not the money. It has nothing to do with any of that. Even though I was making huge amounts of money, why are you doing that for somebody that you really don't care to be around?
It's definitely a lot more fun, and it's a lot easier when everybody gets along and they're working together, and just kind of flowing with things. It makes everything feel more natural. You don't want to make it feel like, oh, my line is,
exactly.
And hi, how are you? You want to.
Hi, I am Mark. Yeah, how are you? Like at Stepford, AI could do that. I could have a chat bot write the script, and hey, fake it and just make a digital image, and you could do the movie with that. But if that were the case, now I have a friend who's costume person that works on a lot of big projects in the city, and she said, you'd be surprised the a-holes that are some actors that just no one wants to work with them, but they have talent, and yes, they get called. And there's other people she pointed out, like someone like Dustin Hoffman, who's so nice you wouldn't even know that he's that great an actor. He opens doors for people. It's like he's just there. You can talk to him. He doesn't care. He just wants to do a good job. That's to me what it's all about.
It's always fun when you get on a set and you've got a big name, so to speak, and they're just so down to earth. So we were talking about Alien Horde before. Andrew Devoff was on that.
Yeah.
And I had an opportunity to be in a couple scenes with him. He is just the nicest guy.
Yep.
So down to earth and so easygoing.
Yeah.
And then you go, wow, you've been in so many big movies and everything.
And here I am. Who am I compared to?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's just super friendly and super nice, and it makes it fun, and it makes it nice to be able to work with you, and not to just pick just him. There are lots of people like
there's lots of them. Oh yeah, no,
there's lots of the names, and you just go, wow, you're just a normal person.
Yeah, it's funny. It's surprising. You're right to say like you're just like me, and some of them will just I've met a bunch of them like that, and some of them are stuck up, but it's a small percentage. I think really a lot of them get bad raps because the tabloids will have some item about them that's not true, and and so they've gotten to the point where they don't talk to anybody, but it's not because they're not friendly. They just don't want that publicity. They don't need that kind of thing.
Right. So. Yeah, the vast majority that I have met
are nice.
Has been super nice, super friendly, just great to work with.
Anybody that's been in acting for a while, it's a hard job. And if you've come up, nothing's easy, man. It's hard work. People think, oh, well, you did that. You just don't show up and spit it out. I mean, I did a Billions episode up here in Albany, and Paul Giamatti was playing the district, the AG, Attorney General, trying to vindicate himself. And it was just a comparison. The guy they had playing the governor had 3 lines. And every time he's going like line. And all it was like, I'm sitting in the gallery and going, I could do that part. Just give me it's like, he's going like, my name is so-and-so. We're here to adjudicate this case. And whatever else the third line was, it's like, he couldn't remember. Giamatti came in and he had like a 5-minute monologue. I mean, he's defending himself. He messed it up in the middle of it. He just goes, oh, that's wrong. He turns right around and goes right into it. They didn't even have to yell cut. And he did it flawlessly.
He's so good.
He is so good. He's so good. It's like, man, if I could be half that, holy crap.
You know who else is really good?
Who?
You, Mark.
Oh.
And you, Jeremy.
Well, you guys
picked out the best for Hound Bites, and here we are, guys.
It's a sense. I get the sense from just hearing Jeremy too that you just want to do a good job, and you're gonna go the extra thing. It's like when you guys with Christian. My God, that guy was everywhere. In Friday the 13th Bloodlust, he was doing everything. It's like he was such an easy guy to work with. We got along so well, and it's like, oh my God. I said, yeah, I'd work with you anytime. And has it's just you just are there to do the right thing and do it the best you can and make it a good production because you're there to entertain, for Christ's sake.
Yep.
You really are.
So are you both looking forward to the first episode of Hound Bites?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to give anything away, but
you can't give anything away.
But can I say that? Well, I'm going to say it anyway. I read the script. Right, I can say that. I think.
Yes.
It's fantastic. It's so much fun. I'm not going to say anything else about it other than I think people are going to really, really enjoy it.
I think people are going to like it.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it did look good. I I read over the script real quick because I've been trying to learn my lines for this other thing I'm doing.
Mark just gave himself away. He didn't read it.
Yeah, I didn't read the whole thing. I mean, I read it, just skimmed it over just to see what it's like. But it looks,
You're still
it looks
in trouble,
good.
Mark.
Sure. I know. Are you kidding? That's my middle name. If I'm not in trouble, I'm not doing my job.
I'm excited. So we have table read tomorrow night. I'm excited for that, to get all the cast together and to go over our lines and everything. That'll be fun. Horror Hound Bites, Mary Kate's in demand on Indiegogo right now. You can get all kinds of perks if you're a filmmaker. You can get an entire episode based on your movie or on your podcast. You can become a sponsor and get your music featured in an episode, or get your book shown, or all kinds of things. So there's something there for everybody. You can join the cast alongside the stars of the show, such as Mary Kate, of course, Jeremy Hirsch, and Mark Brubaker, among others. We're close to the 10 o'clock mark, so we're almost at the 1 hour mark. So we have to fire off some of the fun, the hard questions, the tough ones.
Well, hold on a second. You said the stars of the show. You didn't mention yourself.
Beatrice Buckley.
Yeah, Beatrice Buckley.
What about you?
Well, I'm not being interviewed today. I try to shine the spotlight on the talented ones there. All right, so you
guys are the talented ones.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you kidding?
We're just reading your lines. We're
just
reading her lines.
You came up with this.
Yeah, that was me. I did it.
So I didn't want to miss our comments here. So we had Mandee Coleman says the mistakes are sometimes better than the intended lines.
Absolutely.
Mandee Coleman is featured in Horror Hound Bites with Mary Kate. She'll be on with us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. It's a little bit of foreshadowing there because we got the tough questions coming up soon.
I get that reference.
There.
Yeah. Hey.
Mark Bensett from the Talking Shit podcast says, "Hey, Anthony, Mandee, Mark, and Jeremy." Hello, Mark. Thank you for watching.
Hi.
Morgan Suzak says, "Hey, I made it." Morgan is in Friday the 13th Blood Loss. Yeah, very cool. And then Alexandra Rose says, devil face, devil face, devil face.
My daughter.
When will I be invited to a live SMH?
Shaking my head.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. I don't know if you know.
I thought it was just Smith.
Yeah.
It's a live Smith.
Michael
That's my
Forrest.
daughter.
Hello, Michael. Michael Forrest is hi. All right. So, tough questions. We only got a few minutes left. First of all, let's go with we'll save those for a second. Let's get some of the other stuff out of the way. So Jeremy, is there anything that we should have talked about, or something that you wanted to talk about or promote that we didn't get a chance to talk about?
Everything. No.
Probably a bunch of stuff. Right?
So upcoming, I've got we're going to be filming Crimson with a Z, Crimson Harvest in New Jersey in May, and then again in September on a big farm. The next Mahal movie, Apex Predators Club in June. Order of the V next October, and a couple of like hush hush things that are in the works that I can't talk about yet, but are going to be really exciting, and things coming up this summer. So, but I'm not in charge of them, so I can't.
Yeah.
So, Jeremy, if the fans, the viewers, the followers, the friends, family members want to follow you on social media, where can they find you?
Good luck with that. I need to do more. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've got my own, we'll say, production company, Stag Mountain Films. So you can go to stagmountainfilms.com. I do updates on there and so forth, at least a couple times a month. And I just started a Blue Sky account, which, social media there with Stag Mountain Films also in there. And I just need to do a better job of doing social media. I'm on TikTok also, but I don't post there very much. It's I think I'm Guy with a Tie. I think that's
Okay.
my name. Guy with a, well, because I started off making cheesy videos with me wearing ties, and but it's progressed from there. Now I just post videos me doing lip syncing and things with my dog and stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if somebody watching this, filmmaker, director, casting director, whoever, sees this and they're interested in contacting you about work being a part of their movie, how do they get a hold of you, and are you open to them contacting you about that?
Absolutely. People can reach out to me on Facebook, Jeremy Hirsch, or Jeremy at stagmountainfilms.com.
Awesome. Cool. So, Mark, all the same fun questions. So,
well, yeah, no, I'm not as involved as Jeremy. I've auditioned for a couple things that I can't really talk about that I didn't really hear back from yet. But the biggest thing, the next thing I'm going to do in May is this A Beast in the Manor with Chris Sanders. They're filming in Leicester, which is about 2 miles north of London. So I'll be going over and doing that. And of course, this, the Mary Kay.
Boredom and Bloodshed this summer.
Yeah, and Boredom and Bloodshed. So I'm currently trying to get representation. I mean, I have the reel that you helped, and I'm trying to add to that. And I'm doing a local play just to keep my hand in stuff. I just want to keep acting. Because I find the best thing to do is, I don't care where it is, whether it's a class or whatever, you just keep doing it. And that'll give you the best practice to try to be authentic. Because sometimes that's a little hard, people don't. But yeah, no, I'll just keep going and see where things go.
So where do the fans, the viewers, or friends and family watching, where do they find you on social media?
Social media, I'm like Jeremy. I kind of suck at it. I have a Facebook and I have an Instagram account, and I keep up with people there. But the IMDb page, I have an IMDb Pro page that's where Chris Sanders found me, because I said, where did you see me? Because I don't do much of this stuff. And that's when he said about the Mahal stuff. He said, oh, it's either that, because I had done a associate producer on the Graveyard Chart. And because I wanted to do a voiceover on that, and I missed it. I missed the perk on it. And I put myself in for missing person and associate producer, what have you. But I love, I auditioned also and didn't get it for a game for Warner Brothers voice. They were looking for something, and they have a local Warner Brothers. I think it's a Warner Brothers, but it's an EA office down in Troy, and they were looking for something I auditioned for, and I got down to like the second callback, and then it was between me and someone else, and the someone else got it, and so but I felt privileged to get the callback, because you can get any kind of thing. Like, I'd love to do an animation or a game. That's big time stuff. So I mean, that would be on voice acting. I've done voice acting for other things and gotten paid for it, but that would be awesome. So,
oh my God, it's Mary Kate. Did you see that? She says,
"Oh yeah, cool."
The Mary Kate.
Same here.
Kate from Horror Hound Bites. Yeah. Mary Kate. She's in the comments right now. Hello, nice. Mary Kate.
And definitely looking forward to working with all of you. Yeah, for sure.
And then if somebody wants to contact you about becoming a part of their film, how do they get a hold of you, and are you open to it?
Oh, sure, absolutely. Facebook, it's Mark Brubaker. I also have a website, Creative Voice Concept, where I started a lot of the voice stuff. It doesn't get much traffic. I haven't really done a whole heck of a lot with it since I've done, let's see. I do Twitch, but that's just me just goofing around. I mean, it's, I should open a Blue Sky account, and I haven't, because I never liked Twitter much. And then it got to be X, and it just got to be like people yelling at each other. And it's like, it doesn't get anywhere. So Facebook and Instagram, under my name, Mark Brubaker, or either that or Mark Charles Brubaker, to try to differentiate myself. So.
All right, so we're right at the hour mark. Before we let you guys go, now we got to ask the real tough questions. All right, Jeremy, we mentioned when we showed Mandee Coleman's comment there, we mentioned that she would be on next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Now that we have you here, we have to get the.
Are you going to ask them what host of yours is their favorite?
No.
No.
I think you fell asleep for a second there.
No.
Oh.
All right. So now that we have Jeremy, people have been sending in questions all week asking us. And now that we have you here, we can find out the real answer. Jeremy, who was the best Batman?
Wow. I mean, other than Adam West?
Yeah, I loved Adam
No,
West.
you can say.
I loved Adam West.
For
That-
some reason.
No, people.
I love Adam West.
I loved Adam West. Oh my God.
I mean, I know it was very different from the current, the Batman, the dark Batman, like the Christian Bale Batman.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
And I love that Batman, but again, I grew up watching the Pow Bam.
Yes.
And so cheesy and so silly, but just so much fun.
Yeah.
Adam West.
Adam West is a good answer. I always say Adam West and Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark Brubaker. What is your favorite movie score or soundtrack?
It's people may not know this, but a movie out of the late 50s, North by Northwest, by Bernard Herrmann. I love that. I love that. Oh my God, he was one hell of a composer, and he did a lot of stuff. Hell, I think he even did some like Perry Masons or something. But I mean, yeah, Bernard Herrmann was excellent, and North by Northwest. If you listen to the soundtrack, it's amazing.
North by Northwest. Okay.
Cary Grant. Yeah, Cary Grant.
No.
Yeah, that's a Hitchcock movie. That's a really good Hitchcock movie. Yeah. Yep.
Jeremy Hirsch. What is your favorite theme park ride?
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
That is.
Not the Ferris wheel, not a roller coaster. I don't know. When my kids were little, I would go on those things with them that the little spinning teacups and
yes, like a tilt-a-whirl, the tilt-a-whirl. Yeah.
And yes, and that. Yep. So things like that, I kind of gave up on the roller coasters a long time ago. I don't know. I got too old for that.
Yeah.
Mark, you mentioned space earlier. You mentioned wanting to work in a space film.
Yeah.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Oh, you know what? Oh man.
Oh.
Oof, that's a tough one.
Better answer this one right.
Yeah, I know. The newer Star Wars stuff kind of like not so well. I like the older Star Wars. If I could have a chance to work with the newer Star Trek crew, I like that. I would definitely do that.
In
You
Killer
should do
Pizza,
a voice on Lower Decks.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? Hell yeah.
in Killer Pizza, we have Al Burke who worked on Star Trek Enterprise.
I know he
and
did.
Then we have Walter Phelan who worked on The Mandalorian and Ahsoka.
Yes.
So we kind of have both of them there.
I know. Yeah, I like The Mandalorian for sure. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And Walter also worked on The X-Files, one of my favorite all-time series. I love The X-Files.
Great show.
Oh my God.
Jeremy, what was the last movie you saw, and should we watch it too?
Oh wow.
God, what was the last movie that I watched? That's a good question. I've been watching. I've been binging Reacher.
Okay.
Wow.
On, what is that on Prime?
It's I think it's on Prime.
Ooh, I'm trying to think the last film. So you know what? It may have been. God, it may have been like a couple of weeks ago. I saw Slasher Nurse.
Oh wow!
Oh okay.
At the New Jersey Horror Con, they had Slasher Nurse. Dave Kerr, the director of it. I did Bloody Summer Camp 2 with him.
Oh, okay.
Last fall. Slasher Nurse is a lot of fun. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I bet it is.
Mark, Marvel or DC?
Oh, are you kidding? Marvel.
Marvel.
I'll just give you a quick story. When I was a kid, I had and I'm old enough where I just started collecting comics, and my mom hated them. I had every Marvel comic literally for at least 5-6 years. I had all the Fantastic Four, all the X-Men, all the Avengers. I had 2 issues of Amazing Fantasy 15. I would not be working or doing much today if I still had them.
Yeah.
Because one was in perfect condition. One just sold for like $500,000.
I was going to ask if you still have them.
No, I will. Are you kidding me? My mom made me get rid of them, and it's like, I mean, I had Iron Man, Journey into Mystery before it was Thor. I had Strange Tales. I had every possible one. And then once my mom just said one day, you got to get rid of all this stuff. And I should have just run out of the house screaming and taken them with me. And I didn't. And so, yeah. Years later, I went to a Comic-Con and I saw just browsing through the tables, an issue of Fantastic Four #1 for like $300 and some. I paid a dime and I had 2 of them, because I used to get them at the corner store. So that's my tale. But I love Marvel versus DC because the Don Kirby and Stan Lee. I met Stan Lee at a comic convention. Amazingly nice person. There's another nice guy, and the writing and the graphics were just not to be beaten by DC. But I like Batman. I like Superman. It's just Marvel was different. They were just different.
So Jack Kirby, you're a big Jack Kirby fan.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I love Jack Kirby stuff. I liked his Thor, the stuff he did with Thor.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
Like I said, I had Journey into Mystery before it was Thor. They used to be just horror comics. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they were. A lot of those.
While we have them here, is there anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to ask before they go? Do you want to mention anything about Hound Bites with Mary Kate?
I can't wait to do this. This sounds so freaking awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be
seriously.
Anybody listening right now, watching, please get involved.
Yeah. However you want, man.
Join. You're not going to regret it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of
getting a
Hound
lot
Bites,
of positive feedback from the script and everything, and I've
you
really
see who's in the
appreciated
comments
it.
there?
Lucas Wayne
Lucas
is here.
Wayne's in the comments. Oh my God, he'll be on with us on the 30th, so 2 weeks from today. I'm keeping track of all these.
Lucas Wayne is Mary Kate's husband.
Yep, he'll be on. He's doing all the cinematography for Mary Kate. He'll be on with us.
Oh, nice.
April 30th with Bobby Butler and Lisa Kinzer. Cool. Next week we'll be back here 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday with Mandee Coleman, Nancy Trejo, and Christopher Jansen, and another person that I can't remember. And I'm probably gonna be mad now. But
mystery person.
Yeah, and one mystery guest.
It's a mystery to you too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, there's Mandee there. Says she's super excited. Lucas says the show's going to be amazing. And Joshua, looking forward to the table read tomorrow night. Joshua M. Hancock, who's going to be Bones McGavin in the show.
Nice. Yes, one of our other main cast.
Very cool.
Nice.
So, what were you saying about it, though?
I don't remember now.
Hound Bites. The important thing is Hound Bites. Mary Kate is live and in demand on Indiegogo. Guys, get involved today. If you're unable to donate, it's okay. Help us out by sharing the link so we can get as many eyes on the project as possible.
Yeah.
We want this to be a successful endeavor, and I think it's going to be. We originally said that the show was going to be 4 to 10 minutes long. Is it still going to be 4 to 10 minutes long, or is that a lie?
So the
we
thing
lied.
is,
that's what she's saying. We lied.
So what happened was it was supposed to be 4 to 10 minutes, but we have gotten an overwhelming response with people joining the project. And in order to be fair and to give everybody their screen time and everything, like voice roles and
the
stuff
episodes
like that.
are going to be longer than 10 minutes? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the episode's going to be longer.
Oh my God. That's cool because the people that are involved get more screen time, and then the viewers get more show out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody else
is that? That's going to make the DVD bigger. So, guys, if you're Mary Kate saying 30-minute episodes, right? We're working up to it. You know, if everything goes well with this show, we could do maybe something else after the 12 episodes are finished, where we could do a bigger show, or maybe a movie.
Definitely working up towards a movie. Just
That'd
a little spoiler with
that.
Would
be great.
So.
That's what
after we do these 12 episodes and everything, we want to keep going with the show and stuff, but definitely working towards that movie.
Oh my God, a Hound Bites with Mary Kate movie? What would it be called?
Imagine that and all the cats and all.
Tell us what's it called? Tell us. Don't lie. You know. No, I think that's what we all want. That'd be a lot of fun.
It's going to be called Hound Bites with Lucifer the cat.
Yeah, there you go. I was going to say the comedy version would just be Bite Me. Just kidding.
Well, if things go well with this, and we could do the movie, but you could do, depending on how things go, you could do a spinoff with some of the characters.
Yeah, you could.
Yes, that is also a possibility. I did create all of the characters in mind with them prolonging their characters for more episodes and to be able to go into the movies and stuff. But I also did it to where if somebody liked the character more so, like if they're interested in it, we are up for the possibility of them having their own show or possible movies, like short films.
And that can help support that movie too.
Sure.
So that would be super cool.
Shadow and Lucifer, a buddy comedy.
The buddies.
All right, so Horror Hound Bites, Mary Kate's in demand on Indiegogo right now. It's the perfect time to get involved because we're just now starting to go into production. So if you join the cast today or pick up a producer perk, for example, if you get the producer perk tonight, your name would be at the end of all 12 episodes. Okay. If you join the cast, you have the potential to be up to 11 out of the 12, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And so forth. So guys, join us today.
If they're doing producer or something, they're able to join in on those end credits right now.
Yeah, that's what I said. They could get it on all
12 episodes.
That's what I said.
Do it.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're super excited to work with both of you. I know you're going to do amazing, and all the viewers are super excited to see episode 1 so they can get to meet Lucifer the cat and the Shadow. And you dancing?
Well, tomorrow night's gonna be super cool on Friday because we're doing those table reads, so I'm like super psyched about that.
Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll have you back again sometime. I'll have to talk you guys and coming back and hanging out with us again. We'll see you guys next time.
Okay. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you. How cool was that? I told you they would be here. You didn't believe me. I was like,
no, I told you they would be here.
No, I was telling you. I was like, Mark Brubaker. All right. Well, anyway, they were here, just like I said. It was a lot of fun. Super cool. The talented Mark Brubaker, who was in Friday the 13th Blood Loss, will also be in Boredom and Bloodshed and Killer Pizza. Jeremy Hirsch, of course, super talented actor from Alien Horde, Alien Storm, Desert Fiends, and a whole bunch of other cool movies, are now a part of Horror Hound Bites with Mary Kate, and you guys should be too, because it's a fun show. All of the cast members and everybody involved behind the scenes are they're all super supportive, excited to work on the project, and it's just been a lot of fun. So get involved today if you're looking for a fun thing to do, and you don't have to worry about traveling. All the roles are remote roles. So if you want to do a voice role, you could get like a fun voice role that we weren't able to offer through the other campaigns that we had. If you want to do a remote acting role, you can get a cool role and not worry about traveling or any of that stuff. You don't have to find a dog sitter. You don't have to get rid of the kids. You can just film yourself at home and send us the footage, and we add it to the show. So it's a great way to get involved.
Like he was saying, because you have that opportunity with it. The voice roles and our remote acting roles, they're actually bigger, more prominent roles where we can't offer that with our other campaigns because of the,
because of the sort of
type of film it is and everything.
All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We'll be back next Wednesday, 1 week from today, at the exact same time, so 9 p.m. Eastern, with more cast members from Horror Hound Bites with Mary Kate. Of course, we'll share the link ahead of time so you guys can copy that link and save it and all that cool stuff. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Oh, by the way, she's wearing the Friday the 13th Blood Loss shirt. If you guys want these, we still have some available through the campaign. Friday the 13th Blood Loss is being released on June 13th. It's Friday the 13th. Awesome, right?
Yeah, it is.
Should we mention Gross Fest? We'll be at Gross Fest in August.
Yeah,
we'll be at Gross Fest in August. If anybody wants to come meet us, We don't plan on doing very many conventions. So if you want to come hang out and say hi and get some cool merchandise, Gross Fest in PA in August. All right. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
Have a good night, everyone.